It's been a year since the assassination of whistleblower Babita Deokoran. She was gunned down while investigating tenders awarded to the Thembisa Hospital by the Gauteng Health Department at the peak of the COVID-19 pandemic. Gauteng Health's Chief Financial Officer and the Chief Executive Officer of Tembisa Hospital have since been suspended amid the scandal. 6 men are on trial for Deokaran's murder. For more, eNCA reporter Heidi Giokos joins us now. Heidi, you got a chance to speak to Babita's daughter a year on after the assassination of her mother. One can only imagine it must still be a very emotional time, especially as the developments in this case are only now taking place. What did she have to say?
Yes, I think it's very traumatic for the family as a whole to constantly have to relive this, but also to have nothing really done when it comes to this particular matter. As much as 6 men have been arrested in connection with Babita Deokaran's murder, the family wants the mastermind to be arrested and to be found. We got a chance to speak to Babita Deokaran's daughter, Tiara, and she says that as much as everybody says it's a year on since her mother's passing, it still feels very fresh in her mind. She's still very young, so I think it's very difficult for her to really comprehend and understand what's going on. She does understand what's going on. She understands that her mother was very brave and courageous and was investigating very sensitive information, but she says she's opted not to really look at what's going on with the case. She doesn't want to watch the news. She doesn't want to see what's going on because she has to constantly relive that. She spoke about the memory she has with her mother. She's an only child. She's had to uproot her whole life and move in with her aunt, which is her mother's sister, and she says it has not been easy, and all she wants is for all of this to end. But as much as there might be progress in the case, she says it's not going to bring her mother back. We got a chance to speak to her this morning. Let's listen into what she said.
It's been a year, and I know how everyone's saying, oh, the time has gone so fast, but like it's actually gone very slow. You know, a lot has changed for me and my family, and like we all miss like my mom, but it's been a long year and it's still not easy. Especially like I didn't know at the time, you know, I thought she was just, you know, a regular person that just goes to work, come back home. So it was like a shock for me to find out that she was doing this other stuff, but yeah. So the morning she just dropped me off at school, and then my cousin and my uncle came to pick me up. And it was so weird because I came down and everyone was just staring at me. So I didn't know what happened. And then they told me, and then I was like, shocked. I don't even remember that well, but yeah. An only child even, so I was like very spoiled, and then she's like my best friend. That's where I learned to watch Bollywood movies, or I like to cook, bake. I feel like, you know, if something interesting happens or something fun happens, I don't have it to tell. Yeah, like if I got my learners, did well in school, then it's like I can't tell her about it. It's still difficult, but like what can you do? But at least like I know she did make a difference, even if we don't see the results currently. We know it's going to happen eventually.
Heidi, there are some results. On Friday, 2 officials were suspended. Unfortunately, it seems we're out of time, though, so we're going to have to talk about that in a little bit. But we do know that the Gauteng Health Chief Financial Officer and the Chief Executive Officer of Tembisa Hospital have been placed on suspension. Of course, we also know that there have been death threats to the Gauteng Health Department's HOD. So this is a very sensitive case at the moment. Thank you very much for bringing us that report. eNCA's Heidi Giokos.